You join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This Board of Clermont County Commissioners, February the 13th, 2019, is hereby called to order. Prior to approval of the minutes, I would entertain a motion to excuse Commissioner Corcoran from the meeting today. She is attending other county business in a different location and couldn't be here with us today. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and second. Judy?
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Yes. We'll move on to item number B, approval of the regular session minutes. You have had the regular session minutes since Friday. I would ask that we make a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and second. Judy?
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Yes. Item number C, public participation. We've come to the time where we encourage those who are attending today that are in the public that would like to participate in this meeting. If you plan to participate, if you please come forward to the podium and state your name and address. We would welcome your comments and give you the time to hear what you have to say today. Seeing none, I'll close the public participation portion of the meeting. Item number D, a consent agenda has been prepared. The commissioners have had it previously to this meeting for review. Are there any items that need to be removed from the consent agenda and treated separately with further discussion and clarification? None?
I make a motion we approve the consent agenda as prepared.
I'll second that motion. It's been moved and seconded. Judy?
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Yes. We'll move to item E for the non-consent agenda.
Page 4.
Starts on page 4 with item number 8. Resolution of Clermont County Commissioners to adopt resolution number 01419 resolving to approve payment vendors in the total amount of $1,426,243.83 as set forth in the BCC approval invoice reports for checks dated February 13, 2019. BCC directed prepaid invoice reports, vendor invoice list reports, items paid by fund and check date range report, and our procurement card transactions presented by the county auditor on 2/11/2019, and authorizing the county auditor to issue warrants for the same pursuant to section 319.16 of the Ohio Revised Code. Do I have a motion for the reading of item number 8?
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and second. Judy?
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Yes. Item number 9.
Hello.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm Lyle Bloom, Director with the Clermont County Water Resources Department, and item number 9 is a recommendation to execute a contract for professional services between the Board of County Commissioners and GRW Engineers Incorporated out of Lexington, Kentucky, and this is relative to the design of the PUB Bellfield Control Towers for wells 17 through 20, located in Pierce Township, in accordance with the consultant's proposal dated January 24th, 2019, which is attached thereto and made a part thereof for a total amount not to exceed $41,385, with said services to be completed within 70 consecutive calendar days upon issuance of a written notice to proceed from the Clermont County Water Resources Department, is exclusive of county review time, pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions set forth therein, and contingent upon the release of the purchase order.
You've heard the reading of item number 9. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Any conversation or further discussion? Judy?
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lyle. Item number 10.
Good afternoon, all.
Aye, Wade.
Agenda item number 10 is a recommendation for myself, Wade Grabowski, Clermont County Facilities Management, with the concurrence of Mr. Thomas J. Eigel, County Administrator, to authorize Mr. David L. Painter, President of the Board of County Commissioners, to execute change order number 1 to the contract with Geotechnology, Inc. out of Cincinnati, Ohio, previously ratified by Mr. Thomas J. Eigel, County Administrator, on September 5, 2018, for special inspections, construction observation, and materials testing services in as it relates to the construction of the Clermont County Records Center building at 2425 Clermont Center Drive, Batavia, Ohio, which represents an increase in the amount of $8,032.50 for special inspections and additional testing services as it relates to the environmental factors pursuant to their proposal dated 10/29/2018, attached thereto and made a part thereof, for a total adjusted contract price to date of $18,032.50, with all other terms and conditions of the reference contract for professional services to remain in full force and effect. This will also be contingent upon the receipt of the required certificate of professional liability insurance and the issuance and release of the purchase order in concert with requisition 1518 dated 1/9/2019 relative thereto. As you know, the conditions up there haven't been the greatest. They've been on site more than we really wanted them to, but finally things are going well.
You've heard the reading of item number 10. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and second. Any further clarification or discussion?
Not from me.
Roll call, Judy.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Item number 11.
Thank you. Item number 11 is a recommendation for myself, Wade Grabowski, Director of the Clermont County Facilities Management Department, with the concurrence of Mr. Thomas J. Eigel, County Administrator, to approve the request to advertise for bids for the Juvenile Court Expansion Renovation Project pursuant to the plans and specifications therefore, and to authorize the Clerk of the Board to place a legal notice in the newspaper of general circulation on Thursday, February 21st, 2019, which will schedule a non-mandatory pre-bid meeting on Thursday, March 7th, 2019 at 9 a.m. local time to be held at the Clermont County Juvenile Court Building, which is located at 2340 Clermont Center Drive, Batavia, Ohio, with bids to be received until 2 p.m. local time on Thursday, March 28th, 2019 in the office of the Board of County Commissioners, 101 East Main, Batavia, Ohio, where they will be publicly opened and read aloud shortly thereafter. This notice will also be posted on the Clermont County's website, www.clermontcountyohio.gov.
You've heard the reading of item number 11. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Any further clarification or discussion? Judy?
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes.
Thank you. It's been a long time coming, but
You
we're
bet.
really pleased. And thank you for all the folks that made it happen. Debbie, Judy, Connie, they worked hard to get this on for us. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Wade.
Thank you.
Item number 12.
Item number 12 is a recommendation of Pat Munger, County Engineer, with concurrence of Tom Ivel, County Administrator, to ratify the execution of a contract for minor public improvement projects by and between the Board of County Commissioners and Tree Images out of Cincinnati, Ohio, for the removal of deteriorated trees from the county right-of-way in accordance with the scope of services identified in Exhibit A, attached here to and made a part thereof, in the amount not to exceed $49,000, with said services to be completed within calendar year 2019, subsequent to the company's receipt of signed contract and notice to proceed from the Clermont County Engineer pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions set forth, and also contingent upon a release of a purchase order.
You've heard the reading of item number 12. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Conversation or discussion? Where do we stand on this particular one? I know this has gotten some highlighted awareness recently.
The tree contract, that's what we are use to basically clear trees that fall over the road, ash trees that are dead. We try to keep track of which one, we try to see which ones are getting close to falling. We've got too many to do at once. I mean, it would take us 365 days, a crew of 10 guys to get rid of all the dead trees in the right of way, but we try to pick the worst offenders and get rid of them.
Okay,
Try to
thank you.
prioritize them.
Thanks.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Item 13.
Item number 13 is a recommendation of Pat Munger, County Engineer, with concurrence of Tom Eigel, County Administrator, to ratify the execution of a contract for services by and between the Board of County Commissioners and Bob Summerall Tire out of Erlanger, Kentucky, for the replacement and emergency tire repair of county equipment for the Clermont County Engineer during calendar year 2019 in accordance with the scope of services attached, and also with not to exceed amount of $38,000 for said services to be completed within the calendar year 2019, subsequent to the company's receipt of signed contract and notice to proceed from the Clermont County Engineers Office pursuant to and compliance with the terms and conditions set forth therein, and contingent upon a purchase order.
Heard the reading of item number 13. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Been moved and second. Any further conversation or discussion? Judy?
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Item 14.
Item number 14 is a recommendation of Pat Munger, County Engineer, with concurrence of Tom Eigel, the County Administrator, to ratify the execution of a contract for minor public improvement projects by and between the Board of County Commissioners and William Light Paving out of Amelia, Ohio, whose mailing address is also Amelia, Ohio, for the paving of county bridge decks and culvert pipes after they have been repaired or replaced in accordance with the scope of services identified in Exhibit A, in an amount not to exceed $45,000, with said services to be completed during the calendar year 2019 upon the contractor's receipt of a signed contract and notice received from the Clermont County Engineer and pursuant to and compliant with the terms and conditions set forth therein, also contingent upon a purchase order.
Heard the reading of item number 14. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and second. Any conversation? Judy?
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Item 15.
Number 15 is a recommendation of Pat Munger, County Engineer, with concurrence with Tom Eigel, County Administrator, to approve the request of the developer of the following subdivision to reduce the amount of performance bond for sidewalks hereto approved by the Board of County Commissioners on October 4th of 2017 as surety, for which the reduced amount reflects 50% of the completion thereof, pursuant to and compliance with the terms and conditions set forth. This is for the Twin Gate subdivision, Section 28 in Batavia Township. The initial bond amount is $115,720. The revised bond amount is $57,860.
Heard the reading of item number 15. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Moved and second. Any further conversation or discussion? Judy?
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Item 16.
Number 16 is recommendation of Pat Munger, County Engineer, with concurrence of Tom Eigel, County Administrator, to approve the request of the developer of the following subdivision to reduce the amount of the performance bond for sidewalks approved by the Board of County Commissioners on October 11th, 2017 as surety, therefore, for which the reduced amount reflects 75% of the completion thereof, pursuant to and compliance with terms and conditions set forth therein. This is for Twin Gate subdivision, Section 4, Batavia Township. This is for the initial sidewalk bond of $7,320 and the revised amount of $1,830.
You've heard the reading of item 16. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Any further conversation? Judy?
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. 17.
17 is a recommendation of Pat Munger, County Engineer, with concurrence of Tom Eigel, County Administrator, to execute record plat number 629-3120 for the replat of a lot in the following subdivisions located in Union Township. This is for Bridlewood subdivision, Section 4. It's a replat of lot number 104. It's for a permanent highway easement and a temporary construction easement.
Heard the reading of item 17. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and second. Any further conversation? Judy?
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Item 18.
Number 18 is recommendation of Pat Munger, County Engineer, with concurrence of Tom Eigel, County Administrator, to execute record plat number 629-3121 for the replat of a lot in the following subdivision located in Union Township for Willowbrook subdivision, Section 4. It's a replat of lot number 161, and is to create a permanent highway easement and temporary construction easement.
You've heard the reading of item number 18. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Any further conversation? Judy?
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Item 19.
19 is recommendation of Pat Munger, County Engineer, with concurrence of Tom Eigel, County Administrator, to execute record plat number 629-3122 for the replat of a lot in the following subdivision located in Pierce Township. It's for the Hopper Hill Farm subdivision, Section 1. It's a replat of lot number 36. It's to create a private water service easement.
Heard the reading of number 19. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and second. Any further conversation? Judy?
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Thank you. Item number 20.
Good afternoon. I'm Terry Brandenburg, Human Resources. I'm here today with a recommendation of Yvonne Smith, Benefits Coordinator, with the concurrence of Thomas J. Eigel, County Administrator, to authorize David L. Painter, President of the Board of County Commissioners, to execute the Employer's Acceptance of Voluntary Insurance Program form and the customer agreement relative thereto by and between the County of Clermont, Ohio, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company doing business as Allstate Benefits out of Jacksonville, Florida, for the provision of universal life insurance for all eligible employees and their dependents at no cost to the county for the aforestated coverage with said customer agreement effective January 1st, 2019, pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions set forth therein.
You've heard the reading of item number 20. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and second. Any further conversation or discussion? Judy?
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Item 21. Thanks, Terry.
Good afternoon. Mary Raines from OMB. Item 21 is a request to execute a lease agreement between Mental Health and Recovery Center and the Board of Commissioners for temporary office space for juvenile probation up in the Wasserman Building. It's a renewal to cover from January of 2019 through January of 2021 at the rate of $21,054 contingent upon issuance of a purchase order. This is a continuation. They basically are renting space there until the new facility is ready. There's a get-out free card if the building's finished before.
Okay. Heard the reading of item number 21. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Been moved and second. Any further conversation or discussion? Judy?
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Item 22. Thanks, Mary.
Hi, I'm Michelle Snyder, the county's records manager, and item number 22 is the recommendation to authorize Thomas Eigel, County Administrator, to execute a memorandum of understanding between the Clermont County Board of Commissioners and the Clermont County Genealogical Society to establish a framework under which the Records Management Division shall store certain records, artifacts, photographs, and manuscripts owned by the Clermont County Genealogical Society that are of historical value to the residents of Clermont County and are fully identified and set forth in the addendum attached.
Heard the reading of item number 22. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and second. Any conversation?
Yeah, I think this is a worthwhile thing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we've had a long-standing relationship with them, so it's good to formalize this.
Yep.
Been a lot of discussion about that, and I think they've had a lot of anticipation as far as being able to use that new record center.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Great. Thank you. Judy?
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Thank you. Item 23.
Mr. Lamping.
You're fine.
Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Item 23 is my recommendation as the chief building official of Clermont County in the Building Inspection Department with the concurrence of Suki Sheets, Assistant County Administrator, to adopt a revised table of organization for the Clermont County Building Inspection Department, which would add one position of one permit specialist 1 or 2 classification number 19-121, pay range 7, or classification 1922, pay range 10, respectively, as outlined in Exhibit A, attached thereto and made a part thereof, effective 2/13/19, and to remove the position of one permit specialist 1, classification 19-122, pay range 10, effective 4/8/2019, and to further authorize the update of appropriate internet links and appendices accordingly.
You've heard the reading of item number 23. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Any further conversation or discussion? Judy?
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carl.
Thank you.
Item 24.
Item 24, we will reappoint Jeff Harris as the county apiary inspector for the county for calendar year 2019, and the compensation is $15 per hour, and he will be reimbursed for his mileage at the IRS rate.
Heard the reading of item number 24. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Any further conversation or discussion? Judy? Oh, I'm sorry. Second.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Item number 25.
Item 25 is a request to increase the annual appropriations in the Sheriff's Road Patrol retirement payout in the amount of $16,280.
For the reading of item number 25, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Any further conversation? Roll call.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Yes.
I have a question. How do we decide what goes on the consent agenda versus goes into the regular agenda? It would seem like some of those items we covered might have gone into the consent agenda, but I don't know.
Well, most of the consent agenda items are routine, so if they're not routine or they're change orders, if they're personnel actions that we want to draw attention to, we'll pull them out. If they're supplemental appropriations, we'll take those out as well. So that's kind of been how we've been doing it so far.
Record plats seem like they could,
Nope.
nope,
Nope.
okay.
Okay. Good discussion. We want to move add-ons, Tom? Do those now?
Yeah, we have two add-ons. We have a personnel action and DGFS for consideration, as well as a grant through the Sheriff's Office, a JAG grant through Sheriff's Office.
I request a motion to add these two add-ons to the current agenda we have in front of us.
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Judy?
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Yes. Tom, if you proceed.
We'll let Jim go since he's been patiently waiting.
Afternoon, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Thank you, Judy. Recommendation, this is the, I'm here for the county sheriff's pre-award conditions for the Edward Byrne grant, referred to as the JAG grant. So this is the recommendation of Robert S. Leahy, County Sheriff, with the concurrence of Thomas J. Eichel, County Administrator, to authorize David L. Painter, President of the County Board of Commissioners, to execute the pre-award condition forms as a designated subgrantee in and as it relates to the Edward Byrne Moore Memorial Justice Assistant Grant, known as JAG. Application funding heretofore electronically filed by the Ohio Department of Public Safety at Criminal Justice Services on West Broad Street. This is we filled this out. It's one of our drug grants. We did this, as it's noted here, in May 15th of 2018, excuse me, and it entitles the Clermont County Drug Unit, and it covers them for a period of 1/1/2019 through 12/31 of 19. And it's required thereby for the receipt of the funding, therefore pursuant to and compliance with the terms and conditions set forth. The JAG grant this year is for a total of $75,000. $56,250 is from the grant, and the county matches $18,750 to make up that entire amount. And basically, this particular grant, as in all of our grants, cover salary and fringe, and this will go towards salary and fringe.
You've heard the reading of the Justice Assistant Grant. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Any further conversation or discussion? Judy?
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
And we have our add-on for personnel, and it's our DGFS Director, Judy Eschman, has announced that she's going to retire, and this will be effective May 31st, 2019. So we thank Judy for all her service. I'm sure we'll be doing something from now until that date for her.
Yeah, I make a motion, we approve the personnel action.
Second. Any further conversation? We'll miss Judy.
Yes.
Absolutely.
She's done an excellent job.
She has.
Wow.
She has been a mainstay here. No doubt about that. Judy, roll
Mr.
call.
Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Yes. Anything further, Tom?
No, sir, just executive session.
Okay, we'll move to item number F, executive session. Pursuant to section 121.22G3 of the Ohio Revised Code, to confer with the prosecuting attorney regarding pending or imminent litigation. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second, it's been moved and seconded. Judy?
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Yes. We will return on the conclusion of executive session. Back from executive session, there were no decisions made. Are there any further, is there any further business to come before the board today?
Sir, there, on item 23 on the non-consent agenda, I'd like
Yes.
to make a correction. It said in the motion to remove the position of 1 permit specialist 1, classification number 19122.
Yes.
We just need to add to that motion or classification number 19121.
After we started session, they notified us that they had erroneously put 19122 instead of 19121. We are not changing the intent, just making the correction.
Should it read to remove the position of 1 permit specialist, 1 classification 19122 or 19122?
Yeah,
No,
So-
no, because a two is something different than a 1. They're only
So that
removing
should
1.
be a 1.
The box itself is a 1 or a 2. Correct, Suki?
The box itself has a name in it. The positions that are on the box are 1s or 2s, and it depends on who's in the position at the time and what qualifications they have.
So this is a revision to the
So-
table of organization. So the actual table has 1 or 2 depending on who they hire in and their
Yeah,
qualifications.
so actually, the one that's leaving is technically a permit specialist 1.
Correct, that's what we're doing.
And maybe what happened is last time they copied this, the person that we did this in October of 17, the person that left at that time probably was a permit specialist 2.
The
Okay.
clerical representative thing indicated that in her transmittal,
So
that she
okay.
had used.
Just
the-
change it to a 1 then,
Right,
Just change it to a 1?
correct.
that'll be fine.
So it would be classification number 19121.
Okay. Pay range 10.
Correct.
No, 7.
Pay range 7.
So that 10.
Did she change
Well,
that too?
that's the first
Connie?
one. We have
What we're,
add the position of 1 permit specialist, 1 or 2, classification 19121, pay range 7, or, it says, classification 19122, pay range 10, respectively.
if it's a 2-1, it's a pay range 7. If it's
Okay.
a 2-2, it's a pay range 10.
She didn't indicate that on the transmittals, Connie, is that correct?
Okay,
So there were 2 errors.
and we,
So is the correction as outlined in Exhibit A, attached thereto and made a part thereof, effective 2/13/19, to remove the position of 1 permit specialist 1, classification 19121, pay range 7, effective 4/8/219? Is that the correct statement?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then, since we are in session, let me do this. You have heard the correction that's needed for item number 23. I am asking that we rescind our original motion in item 23. Do I have a motion?
so moved.
Second. Conversation or discussion? Judy, roll call.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Yes, we have rescinded item number 23. Now I would like to introduce a replacement item for item number 23. It's a recommendation of Carl Lamping, Chief Building Official, Clermont County Building Inspection Department, with the concurrence of Suki Sheets, Assistant County Administrator, to adopt a revised table of organization for the Clermont County Building Inspection Department, to add the position of 1 permit specialist 1 or 2, classification 19121, pay range 7, or classification 19122, pay range 10, respectively as outlined in Exhibit A, attached thereto and made a part thereof, effective 2/13/19, and to remove the position of 1 permit specialist 1, classification 19121, pay range 7, effective 4/8/2019, and further to authorize the update of appropriate internet links and appendices accordingly. You've heard the motion as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Been moved. Second. Conversation or discussion? Judy?
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Yes. Is there anything further business to come before the Board of County Commissioners today?
No, sir.
Then I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Judy?
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Yes. That concludes our business of the Clermont County Board of County Commissioners this 13th day of February 2019. Thanks for participating, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.